What up, YouTube? The world isn't ready for this technology. It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dubs Arcade Love, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes Friday Night Just Got Live.
Guys, guess what? It is Friday, and we are back in the I can't breathe. In
His
the
house.
fun house.
His house.
We're in the fun house. That's right. Thanks as always for joining us for Super Game Room Dudes, your favorite, the best, the greatest, the number one, and longest running home arcade podcast on YouTube. With me as always, Detroit Love, Steven, Nostalgia, Mikey, Two Pins, who promises not to eat any food on tonight's live stream.
Bullshit.
And all that kinds of stuff. Nostalgia, how are you, man? How's it going?
I'm doing okay. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm not going to lie. It has been a painful week.
You don't look as smiley as you usually do. Was it a rough week, Nostalgia?
It was. I'm a little sore. I'm a little tender all over. From the
Couple
bottom
extra
to
guys
the top.
down at the gas station bus stop, rest stop.
Yeah, they were a little rough with me this week. It wasn't as pleasant as it usually is.
Like when they finish with you, do you say, "Oh, it's a living"?
Nope. I say, thank you, sir. Can I have another?
Nah, he says
Usually
20
what
bucks. He says 20 bucks is 20 bucks. What were we going to say here? Hold on, I'm writing something down here. All right, so here we are once again on a Friday, and there's a lot to talk about when it comes to gaming news. So many cool things happened this week.
And
We
some
got a
not
whole-
cool things. Not so cool things.
And some not cool things. We had a Nintendo Switch 2. Guys, April 2nd is only a couple days away. After years and years of, I swear it was like 5 years ago, I started seeing all the Nintendo Switch 2 videos, clickbait titles on YouTube. You guys think arcade YouTubers are bad? Type in Nintendo Switch 2 leak and you'll see videos from like 5, 6, 7 years ago. They've been doing this shit for years, and finally the leaks are coming true. Holy shit. Nintendo Switch 2 got a couple cool games that got announced that actually would be super fun to play on your arcades, which we're going to talk about tonight. We got an
Really
update
quickly,
about
just quick question. So, Nostalgia, Nintendo Switch 2, do you already have your spyware codes and stuff written so you get alerts and first opportunity at pre-orders?
I can assure you I will get one on launch. That's all.
Oh, Nostalgia's going to make so much bank. You see those scummy guys on eBay selling like the pre-orders when everything else is sold out?
I don't do that.
Nostalgia. No.
I don't actually do that. I don't. I make sure I get them. I make sure that like family and friends that want one get one, and that's it.
And people that are willing to pay slightly marked up price.
No, just I don't scalp them. I don't. I've never scalped a new console ever.
Okay.
Although
okay.
I've had many opportunities to. I've never done it. So, and I don't intend to. But I will.
He did hook me up with a PS5. He's a good guy.
I can assure you that I will have access to a Nintendo Switch 2 on launch.
Detroit Love's got a You on the Web segment, as well as we're going to highlight something for Stellar Pinball that he's super excited about. And then Arcade1Up, get ready for us to poop on those machines. AtGames and Arcade1Up and possibly Wonderland Amusements dropped the ball this week with some news, but AtGames maybe made a comeback with some information that came out today. So we'll see how that conversation goes. Moat is here. Do us a favor, put the ones in the chat and acknowledge Moat. Mike of all trades is here. So we got a jam-packed show, and we got to get all this done in 1 hour and 18 minutes. And hopefully nobody had an itchy crotch. Hopefully nobody took a trip to the beach, because it'd be a real shame with all this great stuff to talk about tonight if we actually had to discover somebody who had sand in their vag. So hopefully the live chat behaves. I'm counting on you guys. I know you guys are a rambunctious bunch. But yeah, we got a lot going on. Carl, you excited about tonight's You on the Web?
Absolutely.
Don't
always, man. I love the
Yeah.
community. I love what these guys do out there. Highlights and results.
Yeah, Detroit Love doing the You on the Web is one of my favorite new segments that we've added to the show, where he highlights the great stuff that you guys come up with out in the community. Past few episodes, if you've caught the segment, it's been some really cool stuff that Carl has shown. And I love making sure my boy D Love gets some of the spotlight here because, guys, I don't know if you know this or not. You three might not realize this, but I kind of hogged the mic during these shows. Like,
Really? I always
Yeah.
thought Carl spoke too much.
I mean,
too.
I'm a chatty Cathy, you know. I just talk.
I find it weird that you say chatty Cathy. That doesn't seem more like it. Vapid narcissist seems more on, right on the nose. But
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike, to be fair, this is his show, so
he does keep saying that. This is my show.
we're just
I told Mama.
It is my fucking show. All right,
Is
moving
saying in
on.
the badge a real thing?
Moving on, boys.
It very
moving
well
on.
may be.
I'm surprised P Dubs has a badge. I didn't know how much Sandy's been getting in it every week.
All right, I want to say
Is
hi
he
to
a
the live chat.
hermaphrodite?
I want to say hi to the live chat, but before we do, I want to promote some upcoming content. Nostalgia, what do you got coming out on your channel? And then we're gonna so people know.
Actually, the only thing I have scheduled right now is a review video for a webcam.
Okay.
But I do have some other content coming out from just like some gameplay stuff, and I've got some modifications for Game Boy Advance consoles, Game Boy SP, and I'm going to be doing a Super Nintendo, like original console modification, and GameCube as well. Oh,
Awesome.
actually, I'm thinking about it. Dreamcast. I've got a bunch of console mods coming.
And guys,
Awesome.
that was our new segment, Nostalgia on the Web.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you got coming up on your channel? Anything special?
I'm not allowed to make content anymore because people get too mad.
Well, that would be a reason to make content.
I know. Actually, I'm going to make more. I'm going to double down.
Good.
Okay, so there
do
you
you
go.
do?
There. What about you, Detroit Love? Since Mike doesn't want to share.
Well, the weather's breaking here, so my content level is going to definitely drop. But the
Yep.
last videos I should be making is on the X Arcade.
That's
VR.
right.
So I'll be doing some videos on that, some pinball stuff. So
Yeah.
that'll probably last for a while. I'll try to keep some things in there, but that'll probably be
Yeah.
the biggest numbers of videos.
Yeah, Detroit Love, guys, he got the X Arcade. Did they send that to you as a review unit?
Correct.
Which is great. What I can say about X Arcade is it's super nice to see a company out there. Because keep in mind, this stuff costs them money.
Big time.
But-
yeah.
If you're a content creator out there and you're passionate and want to give that product a chance, pretty much everyone who has reached out to them saying, hey, I'd love to make some content on your product, the company has responded and sent people review units. It didn't matter if you had 1,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. They were willing to share the product to get their brand out there. I mean, X Arcade isn't like a small time company, but with the amount of units they've sent out, plus commissions on their affiliate link program, you would assume it's an expense to do all this. And I'm super excited that we got a company out there willing to do it. Do you guys know that some home arcade YouTuber who got one emailed them and told them that they should only send units to people that have 10,000 subscribers or more?
Well, that's a
And-
fucked up thing to do.
yeah, that's some gatekeeping bullshit. And it's interesting too, because the person who emailed them doesn't have 10,000 real subscribers either. So it's
Oh.
kind of a fucked up thing to do, in my opinion. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
I will
Um,
I will say I don't have much experience with X Arcade. They sent me out this unit, but like it was very
Yeah.
brief in the conversation. They work a lot like New Wave Toys. It seems like they want real
Yeah.
critical feedback on their stuff. They're not looking for glorified yes men just to promote their product. They are looking for actual feedback, so it's good to see.
Yeah.
That's probably why they didn't send you one Nostalgia.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
clearly why
They
I'm
knew.
not a fit.
They knew. They were like, that guy, he'll just tell everyone to go buy it. You know.
No,
what I
but
mean?
they're good, and they reach back out to all the people that they. Carl, me and you got double codes, I would assume, because they reached out to me after Pinball FX reached out to me and offered me the Pinball FX VR code. So I had 2 coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you on some of the leaderboards there.
Yeah. I had some fun in Indiana Jones and Twilight Zone.
Now for me, tomorrow, guys, I'll be doing a live stream on my channel. We'll be showing off Vengeance Hunters on Multicades. This is a new arcade retro style beat 'em up game that came out 6 months ago. I picked it up during the Steam sale, so we're going to be playing that on our Multicade, and then also I should hopefully by tomorrow wrap up that review for that Jarhead light gun. And have a video out hopefully tomorrow, if not Sunday, for that as well. Mad Little Pixel put out a quick video as well on his channel. If you guys are interested in that, you can go check out his video.
Mine's stuck at the. I don't even know which. I don't even know which postal service it is, but mine's been at the post office since the 19th. They just won't release it, so I don't know what to do about it. I'm gonna have to reach out to Jarhead. See if they can tell me at least which company they shipped it to me with.
Yeah. And then Mike and I got to talk behind the scenes, and we're hoping on figuring out a day and time where we could do our King of Fighters live stream, which should be a lot of fun. And then Carl and I want to play some golf. I got to talk with Carl about that.
Can I jump in on that golf thing too? I don't mean to be
Yeah.
You have the game.
Now keep in mind, we're not talking walkabout golf. We're talking Golf Plus, which is the premier, like the PGA Tour type golfing game on VR. And Carl and I have the VR golf clubs, and we want to play against each other, and that should be a fun live stream as well. But there you go. Okay, so that's all the housekeeping items, guys. Let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. Got a couple super chats real quick. Giovanni, thanks so much for the super chat. He sent an email to Arcade Gaming Live. I need to know if what you'll see makes me win the best viewing methods for Super Game Room Dudes. I'll have to hop on our email here when someone else is talking, Gio, and I'll see if I can find it for you, buddy. Thanks so much for the super chat. Kevin Clausen gave us a blank $2. Thanks so much, Kevin. We appreciate you just dropping $2 in the tip jar. All right, if you want your shout-outs, speak now. We got Frankie D, Jason Little Alien, Charlie Chuck, yep, Golf Plus, buddy. JT Brunick is here. Yeah, if we want to do a big group play, we can do that. Retro Arcade Trooper, Al Visman, Nate UT, Israel Gaming, Wild Bill is here as well, Kevin Clausen, Connell, good to see Connell. The Fist of Love, JT, Porta Dreams, Meatball Saucy, Israel Gaming is here as well. Who are we missing, guys? Bo Knows Tecmo, one of our all-time favorites. Hollywood Polo, how was your day? 5 years later, we still get to say that. Hollywood Polo, how was your day? Mike Hawk Hertz is here as well. Adam Kolb is here. Nate UT is here. Nate, by the way, I love you. You don't even know why I love you, but I love you. That's all I'm going to say. Biggie D is here as well. Mo is here. We already acknowledged him in the live chat. And B Kirby's here, the Chicago arcade guy. Thanks so much, B Kirby. Good to see you. Brooklyn Menace is here. As always, guys, make sure you go check out, subscribe to Brooklyn Menace. Brooklyn, thank you for letting me use you for the last 5 seconds for content for my channel. Thanks so much, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is the one person X Arcade said, no, thanks, buddy. We're not sending it out to you.
No.
I don't know why. He would have been the perfect person to get it.
No, I was reading Nate. Nate's Nate follows all the YouTube channels. He leaves comments on all the YouTube channels, and a couple of the comments I read today from Nate on my channel on some videos and other channels were hilarious. Nate, you always crack me up, man. And I know Nate and I have butted heads in the past, and like we've had debates in my comments section, and but I like him. I like him because you know what? He's fair. So there you go. Galga Guy's here as well. Galga Guy, if you're going live tonight, we'll try and send people your way. I'll try and set up a redirect.
No resends to him tonight. He put Cornercade on his thumbnail. He's excommunicated.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
You did do that, Galga? Well,
Yeah,
Galga,
he's
you have 40 minutes to swap thumbnails, or else we're not doing a redirect. All right. Let's kick it off. We're going to do console chatter, stellar pinball, you on the web, Arcade1Up, AtGames, and Wonderland. That's the order for tonight's show, and there will be timestamps if you want to catch us on replay later. Do us a favor. Let's dive into the quick console chatter that we have set up for you guys. Mike, take it away. I've been hogging the mic. Tell people about the big Nintendo announcement.
Well, I always hog the mic when you're not hogging the mic, so I kind of feel bad about it. Carl or Steven, either of you guys watched the Switch 2 presser this week? Do you know the news?
I did not watch it, but I did see the list of titles that they talked about, and there was really only a couple of them that were interesting to me.
What about you, Carl? I think the biggest news is the actual Switch 2 pre-order. Did you guys see that?
I did not see that.
I have zero interest in Switch 2, so I...
Oh, you say that now, but what if I told you Tiger Woods Golf is on it? Switch 2 is coming to us. Pre-order goes live the day of the Nintendo Direct, April 2nd. So get your credit cards, wallets, fingers ready because this one's going to be hot. I got a feeling this is going to be one of the biggest pre-orders in gaming history.
It's going to be a monster.
Say when and which retailers and any of that?
Well, Best Buy for sure leaked it already, right?
In the US, it's Best Buy. I would assume Walmart, GameStop, and in Canada, it's all through Temu.
Get it next year.
Okay, looks like we're not getting it.
Yep. Nate gave us $2 in the tip jar saying, I appreciate that. I love a good debate. I love you, sir. You're such a great viewer. All right. So Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders going live April 2nd. All the details and all that will be dropping probably on April 2nd. Although I have a feeling that over this weekend, stuff will probably leak out. I myself am going to probably be putting down a pre-order if I can get one for the Switch 2. We've talked about this a bunch of times, just real quick. I have a Nintendo Switch. It's the original Nintendo Switch. I bought it, got it on launch day, and it's worked ever since. I never bought an OLED. I never swapped to the Switch Lite, although I did buy my kid a Switch Lite for Christmas 1 year, but I never touched it or played it. So I'm due, Mike. I'm due. I'm ready for a new Switch. So I'm personally excited about it, and hopefully it won't be too many dollaroos. We'll see.
They're saying $400 roonies US.
Oh, well then I'm all in, baby. I'm all in. So yeah. But yeah, so I'll be getting it. But a couple of games got announced during their little mini thing that will be fun games to play on arcades. And one of them right here for you guys is Gradius Origins. I don't know if you guys saw this trailer or not, but how many of you guys remember Gradius the arcade game, right? Like Gradius the arcade game. Not like your go-to side-scrolling shooter. Not like everyone talks about it. Like, hey, man, let's all play Gradius. You know what I mean? I think, would you say it's probably like Truxton, Mike, where it's got like a cult following, that kind of thing, Gradius?
Salamander? Life Force? I saw Salamander there for a second. So, Gradius is really interesting series. Super Nintendo, I've got lots of experience there. I have no experience playing these games in the arcade, nothing at all, but on consoles played the shit out of them. So yeah, it's cool. Konami does this with their collections. The good thing about it is you can get these collections. They usually go on sale and they're pretty cheap. The shitty thing about this is where Konami likes to do these collections. It means we don't get these on like virtual consoles. That's why you don't see really any Konami games on the NES Switch online library. You don't see any real Konami games on the Super Nintendo library. Somehow they're there for the Sega Genesis library, but that's one of the things I don't like about these collections. So,
well, I'm excited about it because, it's got a whole bunch of the original arcade games plus the brand new game, right? So it's like the whole Gradius series. They're advertising it for Switch here. I think it's probably going to come out on PC too. So, You know, if it's on PC with Steam, whatchamacallit, guys, you'll be able to play this on your multicades. And if you have an Arcade1Up modded with an in-tech gaming control panel, you'll be able to play this on your Arcade1Ups via Nintendo Switch. And also, if you have an AtGames Legends Ultimate, just plug in your Steam Deck or your PC. You'll be able to play this on your AtGames Legends Ultimate via OTG mode.
Or
What,
if
Mike?
you have a Megacade, you can play it that way.
Or a Megacade. So again, it's really cool to see these kind of games coming back, the collections, the new versions, in my opinion, and I'm super excited about it. So I'll definitely be picking this one up. It should be a fun pickup. But the one that really blew people's socks off was Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Mike.
Mm.
So what do you know about Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
I knew 19K Fox did a video that's not doing very well, honestly.
I didn't watch his video yet. He published the video right before we went live. I'm like, Fox, I'm busy. I don't have time to watch your video, Fox. But
I'm super excited about this. Really hyped. I mean, DotEmu's done some excellent work. I love Shredder's Revenge. I love the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. These guys seem to be the modern masters of cultivating these classic beat 'em ups with like modern elements. What I really like about this is I said it earlier in the chat. I'll say it here too. I feel like it was a missed opportunity to do a modern X-Men arcade game for X-Men 97. But at the same time, we're getting so many different elements of great, Marvel beat 'em up games from the past, Captain America and the Avengers. You're getting your X-Men arcade. You're also getting Spider-Man, Venom, Maximum Carnage, all that shit, all wheeled into one here in one amazing game. So I'm super freaking excited. And there's going to be DLC of additional characters eventually, Iron Man, other shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I had to maximize it for the viewers, but take a look, guys. If you didn't notice, like Shredder's Revenge, it's got the same graphic artwork style where it's kind of pixelated, and it looks beautiful in my opinion. And yeah, they could have just done an X-Men 97 remake, but I'm actually totally cool with this because they were able to bring in so many different characters besides just the X-Men in here. And dude, I'm all in on this. This will be a fun side-scrolling beat 'em up to play again on the multicades via all the methods that we talked about for Gradius. Detroit Love, are you gonna hop in and play this beat 'em up with us?
Yeah, I mean, let me just talk about Gradius. Gradius, those type of shoot 'em ups I can't stand them. I call them the kitchen sink shooters. Like fucking, they just throw everything at you.
They're not even bullet hell, Carl.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So those things I have no interest in. I'm not really a big beat 'em up, but though I do keep them in the arcade because everybody loves them, right? So, so this is something I definitely like. My boy Spidey there, so I have to be on board there. But yeah, this looks interesting.
Yeah, I'm digging it. And also, Mr. Paradise says, no more remakes, make new shit. There you go. Well, this is a new game based on those IPs, so that sounds pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll be very clear. When I said X-Men Arcade, I meant like a brand new arcade game based on X-Men 97.
Yeah. Paul Multicade Mindeman is going to play this on his multicades, guys.
I don't know. His multicade only has guns. Might not.
He's going to have some trouble with that.
Yeah.
Dragon Gamer, finally. Oh, Dragon Gamer, every time I put out a video, he leaves comments, and he's always... you never seem happy lately, buddy. You never seem happy lately. So I'm happy to see that you're excited about something. Oh, nice to see. See, there's an itch for all of us that needs scratched. So there you go. Carl, take it away, my friend, and tell people what's going on with Stellar Pinball. We got a lot of topics to do, so we're just going to try and fly through here. Go ahead, buddy.
Alrighty. All right, so I just recently purchased the topper for my Stellar Pinball. This is the Nebula. This is the Supernova version, which is illuminated. So the topper is illuminated as well. I have my little doll that Michael always tries to sexualize help with this unboxing. But this thing is really nice. At the heart of this thing is a display piece. And so this topper just adds to that. I just love the effect of that rocket blasting off. You have the heat from the origin and it rolls out to the smoke. Awesome topper. Looks really great. So I've just been enjoying that. I got it behind me here.
Look at this stop motion video. How long did it take you to make that?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
It don't take long for me. But yeah, this thing is awesome. But what I want to talk about is, they sell two versions: this illuminated one and the one that's not illuminated.
Right.
And I want to talk about Brutus. He made a version of this thing here that he took the one that's not illuminated, that's the cheapest one, and this week made it on You on the Web. We're spotlighting an incredible custom pinball project from Brutus Jaeger in the original Stellar Pinball fan group. He took a non-illuminated Nebula pinball table, that's the cheapest table available from Stellar Pinball, and transformed it into a fully illuminated custom Alien vs. Pinball themed table. This stunning mod features dynamic lighting, immersive artwork, and a custom static playfield inspired by the epic Aliens vs. Predator universe. But here's the twist. The playfield slides out, allowing a Nintendo Switch to be inserted, bringing the whole table and playfield to life with the Aliens pinball tables from Zen Studio. Whether you're into custom arcade builds or just love seeing creative pinball transformation, this one is a must-see. Check out his incredible work and let us know, what dream theme would you choose for a custom pinball table? Please add that in the comments now. Yeah, he did.
Dude, that was so, that
That's
was
really
so
cool.
cool, man. I mean, yeah, I know it's a little desktop pinball, Nintendo Switch pinball, but dude, that mod was great, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's just a totally. It don't even look like the original table that he started with. He did an awesome job with that.
Yeah. So now Stellar Pinball are they sold out again?
Yeah, they sell out. So they sell out instantly when they put. You just have to check the store, and when they come back in stock, you can grab one. But yeah, they haven't communicated to me at all whether they're going to get some new ones in.
Boo! Sold out. Now I won't. Now I definitely need to get one. So guys, keep your eyes on Stellar Pinball. Make sure you go to their website, sign up on their website email list. That way you get the email, because they always say, hey guys, in 24 hours it goes live, and then it goes live, and then these things sell out instantly. So if you're interested in picking up one of these for your Nintendo Switch for a fun way to play pinball, as well as some beautiful mod projects that people are doing, the Aliens was incredible. But yeah, thanks so much, Carl, for that.
And real quick, someone had made asked a comment earlier.
Yeah.
They said, will the Nintendo Switch 2 fit in this cabinet? I have no idea at this point in time. I don't know the dimensions. But if it doesn't, then I'll have a dedicated one for the pinball table and be able to play some golf, some Tiger Woods on the go.
We did get a $5 super chat from Prince. It looks like they used the sprites from Marvel vs. Capcom and miniaturized them and some of their movements. So he's talking about the Marvel game, Cosmic Invasion. And that could be true, my friend. That could be true. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat. I think it looks great from the trailer we saw. And I'm definitely going to be picking that game up whenever that gets released.
And then real quick, the pinball from Stellar Pinball is designed for the OLED switch, but I have the regular switch and it fits in it perfectly fine. It's just a really slight gap at the back.
Yeah, you showed that. You showed that when we showed it live. There's a very, very tiny gap.
Right. You wouldn't notice it unless you look for it.
Yeah. Put on your magnifying glass. Meatball Saucy's on the mailing list. He wants to get his Stellar Pinball. I do too, man. I'm on the mailing list. I never get in there to get an order. I want to get one though, because you keep giving me FOMO, Carl. You keep giving me FOMO about this stuff. Nostalgia. What about you, man? I think this would be something up your alley. Is this something you want to cover on your channel or pick up?
One of these little pinball machines. I think they're pretty sweet. I don't know. I don't know if it's for me or not. I don't really play any pinball games on the Switch at all. Like, I don't have any pinball. I never have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. I've played like some of the console stuff, like on PS5 and Xbox, and I've played the PC stuff, and obviously on the AtGames machine, but I've never done it on the Switch. I'm not sure if I would. And quite frankly, I think everyone here knows that I'm a sealed in box collector. So if I were to buy this, I wouldn't want to open it and put it on a shelf. I would want to leave it sealed in the box, and that doesn't do anybody any good. So
I guess that's true. Mike, what about you, man? Are one of these going to make its way to the island?
No, I don't give a shit about Stellar Pinball.
Mike, you're the worst.
I'm not the worst. It's just the truth. Like, I've got an AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. I've got two real pinball machines. I just don't care about this.
Wow, what a smug answer, eh?
I know, right?
I don't need these tiny little pin. I have a real. I have two real.
Enjoy your dash shit pinball, boys.
Yeah. Mike actually sent me a DM on Facebook yesterday saying, "Hey, P-Dubs," and I said, "What?" And he goes, "Now that I got two real pinball machines, it is time to bury all these home arcade companies.
We got to destroy them." And Nate, I am not a stern bro. My next table is going to be a spooky, for your information.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh, no, it's happening.
We'll see.
Mike is the way to follow per Hooten. You're making Mike a martyr again. That is true. 19K Fox is hot in the live chat. There you go. What was I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. We got to switch to our next topic, guys. We got to talk a little bit about a company. They're kind of small. They don't do much. All right. Mike, you kick this off because you are the Arcade1Up expert on this panel here. What is going on with Arcade1Up?
So after, a lot of speculation, leaked videos, one with a very odd fish-knitted shirted man playing this, the Classic Edition cabs came out. These are called the Arcade1Up Classic.
Fishnet shirted man?
He had this
I don't know
fishnet shirt on and glasses and a mohawk, and he was like, yeah, playing the Mortal Kombat 2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
Anyways, this new cab with a 16:9 screen and a slim design, it's finally made its way here. We've seen all three of the releases that are going to be at Walmart. Yeah, again, it's the only titles they have: Mortal Kombat, Pac-Man, and Miss Pac-Man. So those are the cabs we're getting.
Titles.
Yeah, they're all classic SE. It's the new terminology is classic SE. So what we're taking from that is the classic shitty edition. That's what the SE stands for. Shitty edition. I actually think it stands for slim edition. That's my guess. Because when we took a look at the form factors for these cabs, they are considerably smaller than they were before. And we're even getting a new riser. It's not a copy of G.I. Joel's inline riser. It's still an inline riser, but it actually imitates what the Casino Cade did with the step on the bottom and like the NBA Jam Casino Cade.
Yeah. Great article here by Multicade. Multicade.
No, we're not allowed to say that. This is by Neil Viper, not the same guy.
Yeah, totally different dude. His twin brother. He wrote this article about the new stuff on Reddit, and make sure you guys check out. I'll put this article on in the live chat. So a lot of YouTube videos came out about this, and I feel really, really bad for the drama channels, Mike, because overwhelmingly the opinion from the people who put out videos about this product was a lot of people panned it. They didn't like it, said it was a bad move from Arcade1Up and terrible decisions, and these products look like crap. So now that the drama channels can't say that, Mike, they're just going to complain about the fact that people made videos. Made videos.
They're going to complain about the fact that people made videos, or they will shift the narrative and say, these guys never liked Arcade1Up to begin with. They were fooling you.
Like I said, guys,
you guys knew that these were coming out a long time ago and didn't tell anybody that this bullshit.
You should have told the community to buy other things.
So
they save their money to make it available to buy this crap.
It's always the YouTubers' fault because we control everything that these companies do. But it's so predictable. I just saved you guys a click on the drama content. But
by the way, Neil Viper put up another amazing article. First, when this was announced, talking about this YouTube stream this guy did, saying, great stream, great coverage. Like, I think he really nailed it on his take on that stream and the coverage. And, Obviously or whoever it was, not me, maybe me, is his favorite YouTuber. That's pretty clear.
Now, guys, you guys know, people have said Arcade1Up is dead and dying and all that, and I've defended them the whole way. Right?
You have. You've been the voice of reason. Whenever we're jumping off the cliff, Carl goes, "Hey, man, it's all fine. It's all good."
Yeah, but I must say, I saw this and I was like, what the hell are these guys doing?
Oh, even Carl's on board. Down with Arcade1Up.
Okay.
Welcome to the dark side.
Okay, on the surface, they had a good opportunity to make, a very affordable cabinet, right? A better screen as far as color, viewing angles, right? Adding 10 more games as opposed to what we got. If we just take Mortal Kombat, for example, right? We had 3 games, now we got 13 games. So 10 more games. You got Wi-Fi, you got dual speakers, you got a cleaner look with the riser, more uniform. So they had a good opportunity to make an affordable replacement for this bargain barrel cabinet, but they screwed it up by not getting a better 17-inch monitor, putting this 15.6 monitor in there, and for Mortal Kombat, it looks ridiculous by itself. But for those Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, it's just laughable.
Oh, it's so bad.
The screen looks it's horrible.
I can't believe
this thing up. It's like they got rid of all the people that are real arcade. They said they're giving us the roadmap. We have all the data. We can build anything now, right, and sell it. And these non-arcade people took that information and built this crap. This SC is ridiculous. Are they going to sell some? I'm sure they will, but they just took a huge step backwards, in my opinion.
I think they look great.
I have a new slogan for Arcade1Up. You ready? Arcade1Up. Terrible people, terrible ideas.
What? You guys are so hard on them. It's
here it comes.
Jeez.
Tell me about the value.
So I'm not going to talk about I don't need to talk about the value. I think the value is self-evident. If you just look at the product, it is screaming value. Yeah. I think you guys have a pickle up your butt because it's not exactly what you want. And the reality is these guys made this product based off the information that they had from their sales data. And I think these are going to be as wildly successful as their Arcade1Up Junior store.
You got to be trolling, Nostalgia.
He is trolling. The Arcade1Up Junior is the worst selling product ever, next to the Projectorcade. Yeah. Anyways, I do just want to mention a couple things on this. Like, I'm not going to go on a soapbox tirade here now.
Look at.
He's not lying.
All right, sorry. Keep going.
So I'm not going to go on a big tirade here, but I feel kind of justified now, because when I first saw the NBA Jam Slimcade, I said, "Oh my God, if they're going to use this form factor going forward, I'm done with this company." And you made fun of me, P-Dubs. Mike broke up with Arcade1Up.
You did.
Here we are, 2025, and all their cabs now do have that slim form factor. This is the new Arcade1Up, slim form factor, Casino-cade with the little foot pedal. So I was right. And if that wasn't bad enough that I wasn't going to buy any more cabs, then they put these little 15.6-inch 16:9 monitors with a playable area of less than 13 inches. And
Mike, 13 inches is absolutely massive.
Well, for some people, that's like 9 times your size. So, anyways,
exactly right.
I do want to emphasize this for people that have a Arcade1Up 17-inch vertical screen monitor with horizontal games on it. Say, for example, you own Burger Time, or you own one of the various Pac-Man cabs, and you play a game like Rolling Thunder or Pac-Land. Those are horizontal games on a vertical screen. You know how small that screen is. That screen is roughly 13 inches. Think about this. Your play area on your horizontal cab is going to be less than what it is on that vertical on the 17-inch screen. It's going to be less than 13 inches. So think about how small the playable area is going to be on these 3/4 scale cabs. It's wild.
Yeah, and the fact that they went from 50 pounds from the original to 36 pounds, that's huge.
Yeah,
these things are going to top over. These things are it's garbage.
Well, you get a little foot pedal there now, Glenn. Detroit love to keep it stable.
Keep it stable.
Nothing says quality like a foot pedal.
Yeah, the
Well,
foot
I
pedal.
heard everything's 3D printed, so
Yeah.
We got a
sandbag in the base.
We got a $5 super chat from B Kirby. It's a shame how fast Arcade1Up went down. Guarantee there's not one Gen Xer that works at Arcade1Up. That is true. It appears that the majority of their staff that they have left are very, very young folks. Very, very young folks that probably
Terrible people, terrible ideas.
They only know about arcades from Wikipedia.
So the other thing I do want to say,
Carl said Arcade1Up and garbage in the same sentence for the first time in 5 years, guys. Crazy.
That's a huge mistake. This SE line.
Yeah. So SE again stands for shitty edition. We think it means slim edition, but I do want to say there is hope. These are the bottom of the barrel peasant cades. That's what Arcade1Up used to call these $2.99 Walmart jobbies. So
I don't
before
think
everybody
they ever called them peasant cades.
That was the internal name. Yeah.
No way.
100%.
That is hilarious.
I know.
That is
What a
so
dickhead
funny.
statement, right?
Yeah.
That
So
is brutal.
Yeah. So you got to remember, these are the Walmart specific jobs with every corner cut to try to save as much money as possible. So there's hope. But I got a comment on one of my video, and I tried to say this in my live stream as well. There's another thing to take away from this. Really, they've sold to us for years and years and years. They've lost all their licenses. They have nothing new to give us. They have nothing exciting to give us. The only thing they can offer is Mortal Kombat, Pac-Man, and Miss Pac-Man. That's all they got. That's the only bullets they got in the chamber. So they already know we're probably not going to buy those again. The focus right now is they looking at their sales data. They're looking at what they got. They know we're probably not going to buy them for the 11th time, especially shittier. So I think they're just trying to strip down everything to studs, try to get these out to casuals that probably don't know about Arcade1Up, and sell it to them. That's the idea.
I think they're going to be wildly successful. I hope they sell 17 million units of these cabinets, just so that way we can come back in a year from now and I can say, you guys were wrong. You don't know what the community wants. You don't know what the public wants. And Arcade1Up is just hitting home run after home run.
We want smaller screens, more fucked up artwork. We want the cabs to be smaller, slimmer, more tippable, less weight.
You don't know if any of that's true. You're making
It's 100% true. It's all in the description.
They say that it's more tippable. That's what they're advertising.
Yes.
You'll definitely have to use the anti-tip strap on these for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that it was actually 19K Fox that had a private meeting with Arcade1Up and gave them all these pointers. So if people are genuinely upset, they should reach out to Mr. Fox and have a word with him.
First he ruined the Nova Blast, and now the new generation of 1-ups. Way to go, Fox. But let's show you just how bad things have gotten, guys. Let's take a listen here.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to turn on this guy so bad.
Is this X-Men in arcade form? What? 1997? Where did you get this thing? This thing is freaking awesome.
Please turn
How
this
did you
off,
get this?
guys.
Did you go back in time? This thing must have been expensive. Are you rich? Did you buy Bitcoin when it was really, really low? Are you rich? You're not going to believe how much it was. No, okay. Don't tell me. Was it like, let me guess, like $50,000? Don't rub in my face. I'm not making as much money as you, but this is awesome.
Yeah.
I am so happy that you're my friend now.
Yeah, well, it's always been a dream of mine.
Yeah. So like 40,000? Is that what you? No, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I don't want to know. I trust you.
I was thinking the same thing.
Are you ready
When
for
you
this?
feel when you feel right, you don't have to tell me.
It's probably walking around money for you.
like
Probably got in your pocket
$50,000. No.
$500.
Way too long,
Yeah.
and it is.
Arcade
Okay,
one.
that's enough. I can't take anymore.
So horrible.
I can't take anymore.
So I
right.
watched that. The acting in that video makes Kendra Lust's performances Oscar worthy.
These kids would get stuffed in a locker back
Oh
in
my
the day.
god.
This hurts.
That was horrible.
Oh, the dudes, man, like and it's funny too, because I'm a YouTuber. I make what you call content.
You're an
But-
influencer, P-Dubs.
And
Don't
I know
use
I
that YouTuber tag.
I
You
make-
are
You're
an
a P influencer.
I hate. Hey, I never use the I word. I
You
hate
are.
I hate it.
Influencer.
The I word is terrible. I never use it. I think it's
You use the D word. You're a deal shiller.
I think it's an incorrectly used.
I
word.
am an influencer. I am shilling for the community.
Yep. Well, we just had a special guest pop in, so we might have to pivot and cover AtGames last because I think we might have an on-site person here.
We do. Really quickly before we.
Can I guess?
There's nothing more to talk about with this.
No,
this
there is.
stupid
There is
shit.
one thing to talk about.
All right, here we go. Mike's got to get his joke in. Go ahead, Mike.
It's not a fucking joke. I wish it was. So you just saw the amazing marketing efforts of Arcade1Up. And if you want to learn more about Arcade1Up's amazing marketing and branding strategy, you should check out J-Lo, Justin Lowe, who's doing his second Shop Talk tour to talk about what an amazing job he does at Arcade1Up advertising their products and marketing their brand. How he's taken a company that was, poised for success, the fourth largest company in the gaming industry, and flush it right down the fucking toilet.
Wow, that was that was pretty
Kind of rude.
All
Okay,
right,
hold on,
guys.
wait. Before we let this guest in, can I guess who this guest is? Give me
You can
three
see his
guesses.
face.
I can't see anything.
No, he doesn't have the backstage.
Oh, okay.
I'm just one of those peasants that just joins the show
All right.
like a normal guest would.
Only on the
Three
Super
guests.
Game Room dudes. No, only on the Super Game Room dudes do we offer you guys high quality reporting. That's right, guys. The best
Sylvester
slash
Stallone. I knew it. Let's do it.
the best slash worst on-field correspondent in home arcade. B Kong is here, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone say hi to B Kong in the live chat.
Hello. How's it going? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
the
Yep,
All right. So I
how's it going,
apologize
buddy?
if the stream audio is going to be crappy because I am using a phone, but I'm using some earbuds. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm live, yes, on site at WonderCon. They are about to kick me out in about 9 minutes, but I've been holed up here for the last hour editing a video that's going to be uploaded on my YouTube channel in about 9 minutes using Hotspot. So the title of my thumbnail is ready. It's flippable. Isn't that what
does
you
that
guys wanted
mean,
to hear?
So
That's
wait a
demo.
minute.
It's
Hold on a
personal
minute.
Demo. That's what
Wait,
it is.
did you come on our show just to advertise a video for your channel? Where's
No,
the
I-
on?
I
You're using
can't
us?
move until this is done, but I can move. All right, I can walk over there.
really,
We'll walk
really
over there
quickly,
just a
really
second.
quickly, B, I've got to ask you an
Yes.
important question.
Yes.
Did you shut up the yappy girl that was ruining your video?
Yes, I had to. I was editing, and there was a girl that was like high pitched yapping, and I had like my whole mic audio set up. But yeah, I kicked her to the curb. She actually went to dinner, and I just stared at her angrily
Nice.
for a little while. But yes,
All right.
all right. But no, I'm not advertising the video. But people were shitting on me because I did a live stream from here earlier. Because people were like, "Where's the coverage? Where's the coverage?" And you can't take video and then like post it immediately. Like it takes time to make a
Yeah.
quality video. Otherwise, the live stream is the best you're gonna get if you want it right away. So people were just itching for crap, and this is what you're getting now. So I did a live stream for 20 minutes. You got to see a little bit of the demo of the current state it was at. It wasn't the best quality. So if you want to see at least a little bit more of a higher quality,
Sure.
I have about 5 minutes of like demo gameplay where you can see it. But in a nutshell, I'll walk over there in about 7 minutes and we'll be able to see it on the
Okay.
show. But otherwise, I mean, what did you guys think? Have you guys seen anything
Well,
else? Any other coverage?
Well, I watched your stream, B, and
Okay.
I have to say I woke up today kind of excited, hoping that they would have a really, really good showing today and surprise us. And to be honest with you, B, after I watched your stream, I was a little disappointed because it seemed like they just weren't ready for the show. You know what I mean? Like the DMD LCD wasn't working. We still don't know anything about like demonstrations of the game modes and the different goals and things. And I don't know, man. I don't think it was the best showing today. That was my takeaway. But what about you guys?
Well, I had a call from another YouTuber earlier who said, "Oh man, I'm so sad that their showing was so bad. Now people are going to say it's our fault." So, anyways, I just want to agree with what that guy said and say
Yeah.
it's not our fault.
It's always everyone else's fault.
I agree too, B. I tried to watch some of your stream. I tried to send some helpful and insulting tips in your live chat for you to do stuff like play the
Terrible.
fucking machine. But
You don't want to hear
yeah,
from Peter? Go ahead.
no. Like we've listened enough. We've listened for like a fucking year now. It's time where what is the Kickstarter's over in 12 days. I mean, the proof is in the pudding at this point, and it's really sad because I want these guys to be successful so bad. They're such nice guys, and like watching everything come along, like they've come such a long way from when we were at Pinball Expo and it was just a box, and they're like, we got a box. So it's sad that they ran into so many problems, like with the DMD not working, not being able to show like the gameplay working that way. Like it's one of those things, like when AtGames went to the Pinball Expo and their shit wasn't working right. I am worried that it's going to be one of those bad first impression type situations.
Well, I watched your stream as well, B, and I mean I understand when you're taking something across country, it's your only prototype. And so shit's going to happen. If it's live, you can't prepare for anything else. And when you bring something there. So I understand that. And I understand that the time-wise that they're not ready. I knew my expectations of this WonderCon was going to be, I'm going to see the same thing that I saw before because I just know they haven't developed any code in that time. But the problem is we're seeing less than we saw before because the DMD is not working. And so that's the only thing there. But I didn't have any expectations that we were going to see some code in this short amount of time. And the beautiful thing about it is no one has to take the risk now because they met their goal. It's 12 days to go. So if you have any caution, you don't have to do anything. The worst thing you're going to do is pay what, $50 more. Or
$2,000 more. It's going to be $9.99 at retail, or $150 now. Yeah,
right. So and again, these things could change. Obviously, it could go up, with tariffs and those type of things. So who knows what could happen in the future? But I my expectations was realistic. I think I didn't expect to see much more. I expected DMD because in the video that he showed previously, there was some scoring in part of the video and there wasn't scoring in other parts. I was hoping we would at least see more, but that's not the case.
So, B, are you going to walk over in that area, or are you good? Right, you got to stay where you're to right now.
I just finished. Yeah, I just finished uploading, and they're about to kick me out. I'm gonna walk over there right now, see if I can catch them before, and we can look at it live. But my thing should be.
Play it. Did you play it in your video?
Well, I did play it, yeah. So my video that I just uploaded, I mean, you'll be able to check it out after Game Room Dudes, but you guys should be able to see that. I took a bunch of pictures too, so at some point I will post raw pictures publicly for people if they want to make their own content. Because kind of like Knapp, I'll probably send it to Jason Knapp to see if he wants to be able to make his own post out there for the pinball community. But to your point, Carl, this is, the audience for this is a little weird, right? It's not typically a regular. There were pinball fans that were here that were checking it out, but the casual audience, the first thing they saw when they walked up to it was like, this is an awesome, good-looking machine. Like, it has looks, which is, if you're a home arcade fan, half the reason why you have a home arcade is because your shit looks good. And so they at least made it aesthetically pleasing. And then for those that and want a deeper game, that's yet to be determined. So I do hope there'll be a future stream, something they do even before the Kickstarter that really has some of that. And the one thing I was really happy I convinced Peter to do was originally Jerry didn't want him to show any of the underside.
I saw that. Yeah.
But when I opened, I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, that probably is the most impressive thing that people saw something different that they hadn't seen, right? What are they offering under the hood that gives you some cautious optimism that this is a real pinball machine, it has real parts, but at the same time, it also it's prone to break. If you're going to be putting this together, there's gotta be some maintenance. You're going to have to learn how to do some basic maintenance and troubleshooting, because guarantee you 100% something will break at some point in time. Your machine, every pinball machine ever created, something will break. You'll have to do custom maintenance. You got to do some stuff.
So really quickly, B, honestly, they're going to kick you the fuck out. We want to know how it plays. I don't want to ruin your video, but that's the most important thing here. We can talk about looks. We can talk about how people feel. How did it feel to play? How are the physics without ruining your video?
Man, they're using copyrighted music. Crap. I just checked my thing and it says it's ineligible to be monetized. Damn it! I did a little video of their music audio, and it didn't work. But anyways, the flipper strength, I'll just say, is really good. Like the flipping from the pinball itself to up the ramp, I didn't have any trouble shooting it. It wasn't like weak like a Jersey Jack pinball. The problem was that when the flipper is activated, the solenoid strength weakens over time to hold the flipper in its up state. So as it was in its up state and you're trying to catch it and the ball would hit it, it would get floppier and loose. And I actually do have one example in a gameplay where the left flipper literally just died after it got hit and then it drained. And I was like, that sucks. So they're going to have to fix whatever that issue is.
Nostalgia can help with that. He's got pills for that.
They
Yeah,
don't actually work very well.
Yeah, that was the main concern, that you can definitely notice it, and that your flippers are the main thing you interact with the pinball machine. So if that's not fixed, that's going to be a concern. That'll be like the number one thing that like will ruin gameplay. The second thing, the ball physics weren't as bad as I thought, honestly. As it went up the ramps and everything, it went around. There were air balls, of course, so things did fly around a couple of times, because the flipper strength was so strong. So one, if they can dial back the flipper strength a little bit, it's one of those rare times you want to dial it back. And then the ramps, the edges on the ramps are maybe like a centimeter high. I'd almost like them just a little bit higher so they kind of stay on the ramp instead of flying off. I think, that's probably maybe a minor adjustment. It'd be more plastic. I don't know what the cost of that would be. But those are like some of the things. But I was able to get the ramps up, no problem. There's no game code, so I didn't know how things scored. And I was able to catch and play the game just fine. I had like at least a minute playing the ball. It's actually easier than most games. The out lanes aren't really hard to get. It's hard to get into the out lanes, actually, the way the playfield's designed. It actually drains down the middle more than anything. So it's actually very friendly for casual players.
So when Jerry was playing and when Peter was playing, I had some concerns about the physics, because I saw a lot of death saves without doing anything. The ball would just come straight down the middle and then pop back up onto the flippers. And it was a regular occurrence, not like something they did a forward nudge or anything like that. So did you feel that? Like, was the ball a little too bouncy? Like, you talked about flipper strength, but did the ball, like when I say the physics, did they work like normal pinball, or was it kind of like the ball was a little hyperactive?
It was hyperactive, but you adjusted to it. Like, I thought I was going to have a hard time kind of adjusting to it, but once I kind of got the feel for it and flipping the ball, like I was able to shoot it like a normal pinball machine. So it felt, it's better than like one of those small lower or upper playfields. Like, when you go into like an Avatar and it's like a lower playfield and it's a tiny little ball and like it just flips around. So it didn't play like that. It actually plays like, there's some roll to it, and it's what is it? The angle of it didn't feel too steep, so you were able to get some roll and you're able to catch it. Like, it was a long playfield too. Oftentimes on a short playfield game, you'll hit something and it bounces right back, and you don't have time to react. You pretty much have time to react on almost every shot that you have on this game.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to walk over there. So hold on one second. Let me pack up some stuff. Take me off the screen, and then I'll come back on when I'm ready.
Okay.
And while he's walking over there, not Nate here. Fist of Love had this kind of here. Wait, they're scoring in pinball, and I think the reality of the market for this $1,000 mechanical real pinball is those people are just going to be happy just to keep the ball and play for the majority of people, and I don't think the majority of those people even going to know about the objectives right away anyway. But I can tell you, for my birthday, which was last weekend, me and my daughter, I finally made it to the arcade. It's a place near me that has all these pinball machines. I played tons of pinball with my daughter. And I can tell you, flipper strength obviously matters, right? There's a lot of tables in there that the flipper strength was not good. These are $10,000 machines or more, you know what I mean? And you had a lot of balls popping all over the place, jumping off the track. So those things exist in these very expensive pinball machines. There were machines that weren't working, you know what I mean? But the thing I noticed that there was a lot of cabinets that you guys talk about that I just found no joy in. Jurassic Park.
How dare you, sir?
These particular games, I didn't look. They did have my Spider-Man, which wasn't working.
I
when
did see that.
first
I
got
saw your
there.
Spider-Man was there.
And man, they got it working, so I was thrilled about that. They had Cactus Canyon,
Well,
they had Attack from Mars, and I just had a ball with those things. But there was so many tables out of these. It had to be, I don't know, 50 tables or more. That just to me, I would probably need more time with them, but they weren't fun in my initial run with them. Even what's Spider-Man's? What's the guy with the? What's the other guy name?
Venom.
Well,
Venom. Yeah, Venom.
Well, that's just a terrible pinball table. Pinball machine.
I did not
Carl-
enjoy Venom at all. You know what I mean? But again, I may need more time with some of those tables. But
Well, Carl, let me
I love in VPX, and I love them in the real world also.
Well, Carl, let me ask you the important question, because I think out of the 4 guys on this panel, you were the only one to back the Kickstarter so far. I myself was holding out until WonderCon because I wanted to see the music, the game codes. I wanted to see more than what they showed today. I wanted to see the DMD working and working well, interacting with the game. And from what I saw today, it wasn't enough for me to jump on my phone and back the Kickstarter, right? Like, I'm still on the fence. But you back the Kickstarter. What are your thoughts after today? Are you still feeling good about it? Are you going to cancel? Are you just going to just wait until this thing comes out and hopefully in 6 months it'll be perfect? What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I'm definitely have no interest in backing out at this point in time. Again, I know that it's not going to be ready within these 12 days. So it's not going to be any additional information or enough information for me to decide by the time this thing, my opportunity to bail out comes, right? Because I can still bail out anytime up in these next 12 days. But I don't think there's going to be enough relevant information for me to do it. But I have no problem taking the risk and getting this in my hand
Sure.
to see what it's going to be. But again, gameplay matters. The call-outs matter. Music matters. You know what I mean? And we just aren't going to see that in 12 days.
You're not going to see that. But for me, like the thing I was harping on B with, my biggest concern was the physics and how it was going to play. From the early videos I looked at, I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be good. I actually feel a lot better about it now. Hearing
Go ahead.
felt that way.
Yeah, go ahead, B. Let B get this done because they're trying to kick him out.
Yeah.
They are. What else do you guys want to see? I mean,
Can you
everything
take it
is-
off?
We want to see some gameplay.
that I don't know if I can do.
Well, you
They're-
can do it.
they're-
Just turn the switch
well,
on. It's right
they're
there on the
not
phone.
No, so the switch is actually kind of twofold. So what happened is, so just from the PCB is a PCB back here behind the speakers. Actually didn't get to show that. So that the DMD and the PCB, it's an Android that's running it. That's the main kind of control. There's power that's going up underneath here. So it's the inlet module switch. That's going to be a hard power switch on the back, and then the front's going to be a soft power switch. So there's almost like 2 power switches. You're going to hold this on and then press it in the front. Right now, since the DMD was not working, we jerry-rigged an LCD HDMI screen that's just running a looped video just so they had something playing on here. But that's the only thing that's playing on there right now. So that's what they did.
Wow.
And that's why there's this extra cable hanging out there, and it's just running into his PC from the side. So I was just like, if it's going to be a blank screen, at least it has some sort of video looping on it. Other things that, like on the playfield, that, just for consideration, it lifts up. That's kind of cool. But, the artwork did get a little bit scuffed on the sides there. So, I mean, it's kind of tight. Everything's packaged really close. So they're going to have the artwork pre-installed for everything. But yeah, they're missing a couple of things, like some of the bumpers, like stickers to make it look like mushrooms. But yeah, from a prototype standpoint, they got a lot here. It's a better showing, obviously, than what was at Pinball Expo. But that's why I said it's flippable. It's in a flippable state. There's no code at the moment, and you're kind of playing blind. The way you have to turn it on, you have to turn it on. There is going to be some sort of menu system, and then from there, you can get a ball into the plunger lane and start flipping around.
And that's the way it's going to be in production, or is that just the prototype?
Oh no, well, I mean, this is prototype, but production-wise, there still will be they said. I asked for a percentage. Playfield and kind of the layout is about 90% complete. Code is going to be the longest thing for them to get going and running, and that's going to not be finished before the Kickstarter ends, right? And so I think one of the folks said that when they were playing the demo in China, there's like 10 modes to complete, and he was able to complete 9 out of the 10 modes, and then the 10th mode crashed the game. So like it is in some state where code is available, but it just isn't. It wasn't here. They didn't make it, and I didn't know if that was the goal to have that version of the code here. But obviously that didn't happen. So they're playing blind, and right now nothing happens when you interact with the game. So I think the other thing that you might consider is that since what happened is this got shipped, the DMD and the PCB got loose in shipping, and so that created whatever issue it was, and then the LCD screen is a custom EDP cable. So it kind of tells you that right now it's a prototype, but it could be finicky, right? It could be one of those things that they're going to have to really check on production when it gets shipped. And the way they're going to ship it is it's going to be probably 2 packages. They're going to ship the entire playfield separately in one full package with all the components and the 3D parts you'll have to add on to it, but that'll be separate. And then everything else will be flat packed. So you're going to have to actually build the shell of the cabinet, including the back box too. And then this will be one whole piece with the PCB LCD attached to it. And then, obviously you'll put in the light. So it'll be flat packed, very similar to any other home arcade product. And then a giant box for the playfield. So that's how they're going to ship it out to folks.
Awesome.
So that makes sense to me. Right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna have
to make that FedEx proof for shipping.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a playfield, right? You're shipping a whole playfield with all the components. You're going to rely on people to plug in some things. Something's bound to happen for some user out there, right? So that's the concern.
Yeah.
You're going to have some ready tech support for calls coming in.
Yeah.
B, I can't thank you enough, man. I know you're going to get in trouble for being there late. So if you want to head out before they, throw you in handcuffs, that would be okay. But
I've been here all day, so they aren't kicking me out yet. I don't have my exhibitor badge. So.
Are you able to show us well then good. Since you're still here, show us the apron. Can you pull that off a little bit more? I want to see how the front apron looks. Yeah, look at that.
Doesn't look great.
We never really got a good.
Oh, the apron looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
You know what would make this really special? If instead of all that artwork, it was just black and had the words Legends Pinball across it. I think that would be gorgeous.
Did they say anything to you, B, about changing that coin door on the front?
Yeah, I didn't get to talk about this in my video. I probably should have, but yeah, this is the way it's designed here is that it is an Android menu. So they did want to have some D-pad on here to make it navigatable to like enter Wi-Fi password and stuff like that. You're able to enter a Wi-Fi password on a Stern Pinball using 2 buttons. So yeah. I guess they didn't trust people to just navigate using the side buttons and then having one button here. So ideally I would have loved to just have like one button here and make this like a faux coin, maybe even just like a square coin thing. But yeah, this just looks a little off in my opinion with the thing. So I don't know.
I'm sure there'll be some enterprising people, if this does well enough, that make like an aftermarket cover for the front area that looks more like a coin door that you can kind of pull off and use it.
Stuff?
No, not even relocated. It's just one.
No, it just snaps over it.
Yeah, slaps over it, and then you can move it off if you want to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have faith in the third party.
So you like open it up like a real coin door, and it just like covers it, and then like pops open. Then you press the button.
You could either open it up.
Or that's not a bad idea. Like to have a like a faceplate cover, and then you open it to move stuff. I guess that's not functional like when you're playing a game, but yeah, that could be it too. But I'm just impressed that they have artwork on everything. Like some of it is like it's still little, not the highest quality. It's still a prototype, so they still need to clean that up. High quality artwork. The playfield is like holy crap! It's really gorgeous. So the way
nice.
it is plywood, and then the image, and then acrylic over it. So I don't know how real standard pinballs are made, but it's covered, it's coated. There's one weird thing, like right underneath the safe light, they forgot to do something with that. It's just the melamine right underneath it or something like that. It shouldn't be like that. So.
Those flippers look kind of flimsy.
Yeah, they don't look good.
They are. I don't know. It's a custom size flipper. Maybe they should have made it white and make it look like a standard flipper, but I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Some color to the flipper that would contrast against the rubbers is what we're used to seeing, like a yellow
Yeah.
and then a black, or a yellow and a red, white and then
so like
black.
even like a white flipper would look
Yeah.
decent on that. That's typical versus the black one. They look a little cheap, like you
Yeah.
said. But here's an example of an opto sensor behind the spinner. So that is, as the spinner flips it, it'll recognize the spinner going over it a couple times. So that answers Justin's questions that
It
there
looks
are
like a
magnets
USB hub.
underneath. Yeah, right. But that's it's as long as the sensor works, it's not going to break because it's not physically broken for anything. But
Now, is that table like a ball beater? I mean, or no?
this, so there's a Newton ball inside, and so it's a bash toy,
Nice.
and that's going to hit that and move it around. And so this just pops off, and so those extra components on a Kickstarter, you just take that off, and it creates it. There's a 3D printed version, and the same thing with the Cheshire Cat. You can take off that whole thing, and it'll be a whole section for that. And the castle looks pretty decent. It's supposed to light up with that little section right there. I don't know if you could tell, but one of the little castle spikes broke off when he was putting it on in the back. So that's just 3D prototyping, and you can kind of notice it when you do. But it's prototype, right? And it will be injection molded, so hopefully it'll last.
Good stuff,
Right.
man.
There it is, man. So yeah, this is where the ball lock is supposed to be. So I'll kind of share what happened here. See that little line right there? So that's supposed to be a little trap door that pops open, and it stays open in a normal setting. And then when the solenoid fires, it drops. And so what was happening when they first turned it on, it kept going up and down on its own. And so it was triggering the multi-ball sensors, because there's 3 sensors back there for it to recognize if the balls are there. And then it was just in this continuous loop. So in the early stages of them putting this together, it was almost like it almost didn't even flip. But there was a point in time where nothing even flipped. All right, they just turned off the lights. So I gotta get going, guys.
Really quickly.
Yes.
$1,000,000 question that's asked in every pinball game now. Does the Cheshire Cat eat the ball?
Yeah.
Oh my
he kind of dribbles on the ball. His little chin kind of eats it. So when it pulls open, it goes blah, 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 blah. All right, guys.
I can't wait till B gives us a call in about an hour, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm locked in this fucking building."
All right. I'll talk to you
Thanks,
guys
B.
later.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
All right. Good job by B there. There you go. I'm just trying to make sure we're all back.
I will say, honestly, I'm weirdly more confident, even though so many of the things weren't working, like the code, other things like that, and it wasn't a great showing. Hearing B talk about the gameplay and him being so positive about it actually gave me more confidence than his video that he put up earlier, because he wasn't really having that conversation. So hearing that actually did intrigue me.
Well, that was the thing, right? So I was hoping that the prototype would be further along, and we'd see people playing the machine, smiling, having fun, because that makes you want to buy it. That makes you want to back it. That makes you want to have it in your home as well, as seeing people having a good time. And when I watched B's live stream earlier today, they spent 30 minutes pointing out everything that wasn't working or needed changed or fixed.
Yeah.
And then when they played it, the couple of minutes that they played it, they weren't having fun. Does that make sense to you guys out there? That doesn't sell me on a product. So
I didn't get to watch all of B's videos. So who played it? I know Peter played it.
Peter and B. Yeah,
Peter and B. And there was that girl who played it too. She was having fun. She said she loved it.
I don't know. I didn't. If that was in there, I missed it. So
yeah, there was a girl who played it in his live.
The quality of the video wasn't great.
Because in all fairness,
the girl was Peter.
In all fairness, P-Dubs, this is not a ready product.
I know.
That you can present the way
It wasn't ready.
It
wasn't ready.
The whole ideal is they're getting the money through the pledges to be able to develop and build it. So and that's the thing with Kickstarter. It's pre-production, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're investing pre-production of a product, and so that's where the risk is. That's where the unknown goes in. Again, even the possibility that it never comes to market, it still exists there. So those are real concerns that anybody considering doing it. So you are right, P-Dubs, in your thinking process. Those are things that people are contemplating. Should and why, and is enough? And if they don't have enough, they're not going to act. But the reality is, if it indeed comes to market due to us people that have done it, then you have the opportunity to buy it. If we don't do it, then you never have that opportunity. opportunity in the future to buy it. So that's the kind of the game.
That's good. That's good feedback as well, Carl. I appreciate that. Nostalgia. We didn't get any of your thoughts during that whole segment. Real quick before we pivot to AtGames and wrap up the show, what did you think about this Wonderland stuff?
Well, I think it's for anybody who's kind of watched us talk about this over the last couple of months. It's pretty obvious that I've been their biggest supporter, and I've been kind of the person that's really been trying to push those pre-orders. And after seeing the videos here today and hearing V talk about it, I think that it further reinforces my position that every single person in the chat needs to go back online and go and do a pre-order. No, actually, I'm actually the opposite. I know you said that you feel more strongly about it. I actually feel less strongly, and I wasn't really super behind the product in the first place. I think when you come to an event like this, it's like super important that you got like a fully functional. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can have scuffs and it can be like a prototype, but like all of the important stuff should you should be able to demo the majority of the features of a product, at least in some capacity. So I don't want to say that this is like a miss for them, but I think that this is a really big missed opportunity. And I think that had they come better prepared, I think that they would have seen a big spike, or they could see a big spike in some pre-orders. And quite frankly, after seeing what I saw today, if it was something I wanted to buy, I'm not buying it until I see it shipped and I see other people actually have it in their hand in a fully functional unit at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, Maurice says they should have brought more than one. Ever hear of the thing called redundancy, guys? You know, if you had like 2 or 3 prototypes sent, if one arrived, beat up, hopefully the other 2 are still working that, you know, you can still put on the show, right? Instead of hedging all your bets on one machine. But yeah, like we said when we kicked off this segment, it probably wasn't their best showing, but I really did appreciate all the stuff that B showed us here tonight, especially because, did you guys notice his camera was crystal clear? We could see everything, unlike, unfortunately, earlier today. So, but guys, we got to pivot over. We got to cover some AtGames stuff and then get out of here. Show's going to run a little long tonight. We do have a redirect set up, so whenever we hit the end button, we'll send you to Galaga Guy's channel. Is AtGames giving us the ultimate updates? Cover your ears. All right, Mikey, 2 pins. Since you only like real pinball, will we not be seeing any more AtGames pinball live streams on your channel anymore?
No, I love virtual pin. I just got going. I'll show you this. I am jumping into the world of standalone. I just got a new SD card. I'm jumping into standalone this weekend. So yeah, I still like VPin. No problem with that.
So Primal Carnage Solid State got released a few weeks ago. I think I was one of the few people that actually liked that game. But now we have Primal Carnage Retro came out, and I do not want to buy this game, Mike, but what can you tell us about playing this game? And did anyone try Primal Carnage Retro? And what do you think about playing 1950s, 60s style pinball? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, this is definitely not my style. Like, I like some games like this. Like, I love shooting the rapids, but yeah, it was a struggle to find enjoyment for me. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just completely not my style of game. Not anything I enjoyed. Seeing like the wooden flippers with the word flipper on them and stuff like that. That might be nostalgic for some people, but like I found this just a chore to enjoy and a chore to play. I think if you guys like this old style of pinball, this might be very good for you. There's nothing wrong with it. All the physics are good. Sound is pretty good. The graphics look good. The SSF kit is great. But it's just, for me, it's just the style of pinball. I just didn't like it.
Now, minus this game coming out, what else is happening in the world of AtGames? Mike, you got those slides ready for me?
I did, but then I had to reset my computer. So, uno momento, por favor.
Yeah, we got the AtGames calendar, and there's actually something on there that's pretty interesting that I kind of want to dive into. So I might actually say something positive tonight. We'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I don't think you will.
Look at Mike. Once he tried to open it up,
Mike.
he went all blurry.
Yeah, same thing happened last time. This is why I had to go off. Am I still blurry?
Yeah,
You're
still
way
blurry.
worse now. Yeah.
You're still blurry. Let's see if your attachment here.
It's this damn calendar.
All right, let's take a look at this calendar. Scroll down to the actual calendar. So let's see what we got going on here. Geez. All right, there we go. Now we can actually kind of see this calendar. All right, so it looks like on April 2nd, the day Nintendo Switch comes out, Nintendo Switch 2, AtGames doesn't want to be left behind in the dust, guys. So AtGames is going to compete with Nintendo and push out a music update for the Jurassic Park Pinball. That's right. The official Jurassic Park authentic movie music will be implemented into the pinball game on August 2nd or April 2nd for all of you owners of the Jurassic Park pinball game. You got Primal Carnage Deluxe coming out on the 10th. So, that's pretty cool to see. I think some people might be a little bit more happy about that one. But we got two things on here that are actually kind of cool. We got two more Zen Studios games coming this month on the 16th and the 30th. But take a look here. On the 24th, Mike, we got Black Belt Deluxe, a new AtGames release. And actually, this is a Zakaria Deluxe game that apparently people who've played it on Zakaria Pinball, on Zakaria, like on PC, because it's, it's already released there, they're actually complimenting that one, saying that it's a good game. Have any of you guys played Black Belt Deluxe?
No.
I have not. And it's called Zakaria.
Zakaria. I don't care, but let me see if I can find something here for you guys. So let's see. I know I found it. All right, here it is. Here's our guy. Here's Crow. Let's go ahead and get this off the screen for right now. We're gonna put Crow on. You guys know the Crow Continuum, right?
Yeah, I've known him for about 13 years. Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. So let's do. Here we go. Here's This should be Black Belt Deluxe. And take a look here. A lot of people, Crow included, are actually saying out of the deluxe games that Zakaria, however the hell you want to pronounce it, have made, this is actually a pretty fun and enjoyable version. I'm actually looking forward to this. Guys, make sure you check out Crow's gameplay before you decide to purchase it on the AtGames. This is, of course, he's running this off PC because it's been out on PC. I think this looks pretty cool, actually, honestly. Yeah, we have 5 flippers, but we don't have 20, Mike. There's not 20.
Well, there's actually a lot of things I like about this. Like, for one, I don't know how it'll work on the AtGames machine, but I mean, look at those upper playfields. You can actually distinguish the difference between an upper and a lower playfield. I don't know how it's going to work in AtGames, but if it looks as good as this, I'm sold. I'm in. Like, that's the problem. These games on PC are designed for depth, and you can't do it on the flat screen of the AtGames, right?
Yeah.
So
but apparently
it looks good.
Yeah, Chaotic says it's a great table considering it was released in 2021. Yeah, it's been out a while. I never played it. I never bought it on the PC versions of Zakaria. So I actually think it looks pretty cool. So that'll be nice to see. And then also the IFPA, guys. So you may not know this, but if you own an AtGames Legends Pinball machine, AtGames has partnered with the International Flipper Pinball Association. And apparently what they did is they sent everybody's high scores from all of these Flipper Friends tournaments. They sent them there, and it's like officially being announced on the 15th of April, right, Mike? Is that what it said on the calendar? Let's take a look. April 15th, AtGames introduces it, World Pinball Player Rankings, but it's already there. It's already on there. Which is interesting. So, like, if we go to the IFPA website, here's the International Flipper Pinball Association website. You'll notice there's already a section called AtGames, and you can learn all about it. And by clicking on that link, and I'll just take you to their AtGames website. But go to the tournament info. It tells you how you enter into a tournament. Basically, you have to play whatever the Flipper Friend games are of that week. So if there's 3 games, if there's 5 games, you have to play all 5 games or all 3 games, etc. And, you play a game, you enter your initials, and boom. Now, if you make it in the top 50 of the score, you get points. So you can play all 3 games, enter your initials, don't end up in the top 50, And what'll happen then is whatchamacallit, you just don't get any points, but it'll show you participated in the tournament, right? You get points based upon if you ended up in the top 50, and then it all averages out. So I'll kind of show stuff to you. So like if you get first place, score the most points on the AtGames leaderboards for that game, you'll get 50 points. Second place is 49, 38, 50th place is 1 point, etc. See what I'm saying? So it'll kind of and players outside the top 50 get 0. So it's pretty self-explanatory, right? And then everyone is getting ranked. Now, here's what's interesting, boys, is they've already uploaded everyone's scores, and people like myself who never participate in their Flipper Friends tournaments, don't care about them, don't support them, don't want to be involved with the people that, you know, do promote them. Our stuff got sent there, and Mike, check it out. It created a ranking and all that stuff for me. And what you have to do, guys, is let's check this out. So we're going to go to like players, right? So we're going to go to players. Let's go search. Mike, what's your Legends ID?
Michael B. Game Genie, I think it is.
All right. All one word, right?
Yeah. There we go.
So here you are right here. So you're on here, right? Here's Michael B. Game Genie.
There's the Michael B. in Cameron, Arizona. The other Michael B.
Okay, so you'll notice that, Mike, you are currently ranked 400th. And that's because you've only participated in 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
And this means you played all the games, right? Now, that's why your rank is at 400th, right? Versus like Chaotic, who he plays in all of the tournaments, right? Like Chaotic PPR, we love him.
He also works for AtGames, so.
Right. And it gives you your player ID. Now, here's what's interesting, guys. I do have to tell you this, guys. Unfortunately, I was a little upset about this because it wasn't like it was voluntary or anything. They just sent it over. And anyone can go in, and you go to, you go right here. It'll say log in. For me, it says log out because I'm already logged in. So when you go to this website, you can click on login, and it'll say create an account. And you'll want to create an account, guys. That way you can keep track of your stuff. And even if you don't want to keep track of your stuff, and here's why. When you go to create an account, and unfortunately I've already done it, so I can't show you that, it asks you, okay, now that you've created an account, do you want to claim a player as your account? And all you have to do is give it this player number. So in the next 2 minutes, Mike, I can create a new email address, and I could go ahead and steal your player ranking right here. I could go ahead and change this just but it's actually... It's kind of exciting, though. You know what I mean?
It's really good news. Really quickly, I just want to answer Chaotic. Cool beans, man. I had to play Circus, and then I was like, "Fuck these tournaments. I'm never playing Circus again."
Yeah, and I'm Circus. Oh, you're talking about the Zakaria game?
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so awful. I was just like, yeah, I'm good with Flipper Friends. I never need to do this again.
Yeah, so I had to hop in, and you know, when you do hop in and claim your number, so search your name, whatever your Legends Ultimate ID is, search your name, guys. Then go to the IFPA website, create an account, and when you search your name, it has the IFPA player number. Make sure you use that number to claim yourself, otherwise someone else can claim you. And once you do that, just like any other thing, it'll ask you can upload a picture and all that stuff, which I did, and then also you can check your rankings and stuff, which of course I've never participated in IFPA before, so you know I'm like on the very, very bottom of the pile. Now, Mike, you're ranked number 400. I'm ranked like number 292 because again, just like you, there were only 2 tournaments apparently I played in. Now, what's funny about this, Mike, is that when I was looking there, although I'm ranked number 292, the rankings went all the way up to like 900. So that's how many people don't participate in these Flipper Friends tournaments. Like I've only played in 2 tournaments and I'm ranked 292. And there's people all the way up to like 900 and above in their rankings who never play in these Flipper Friends tournaments. So maybe with the addition of IFPA rankings, maybe it'll excite some folks to participate in Flipper Friends. Like now you know me, Mike, I'm competitive. Now I'm like, oh man, I can't be 292. That's a terrible number. Now I feel like I'm going to have to play in these tournaments, you know, just to get in the top 100 or some shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think there's nothing negative about this except for the fact that like they entered rankings in there previously. Like I don't want someone to steal my username. That kind of sucks.
Well, what they should have done is like say, hey guys, as of
Opt-in.
April 5th,
Should have been an opt-in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should have been an opt-in as of April 15th, but instead they just sent everyone's information over there. Does that make sense? So
Yeah. But I do think this is a pretty cool thing, and it adds legitimacy to what people are doing through the Flipper Friends tournaments. So I hope it does bring more eyes to it, and I hope AtGames says, oh man, we got more people playing now. Maybe we shouldn't add Circus as one of the fucking playable games.
yeah, good stuff. So anyway, so that's kind of cool. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pinball games coming out this month.
Well, it looks like 2 Zen releases. Hopefully they're Williams. I mean, I'm not the biggest Zen original guy, so hopefully it's not 2 Zen originals. That would be a bummer. We're getting Primal Carnage Deluxe and Black Belt Deluxe. The Deluxe games are usually pretty good. Again, my only issue is it's hard to tell between the levels. I always have a problem with that, and they reuse a lot of assets. It'd be nice to see Killer Instinct and Battletoads, like to get some kind of update on that. I know we got an update last month saying it was going to take a little bit more time to cook, but you know, some kind of news, guys. Come on. It'd be nice to get a surprise announcement there. Otherwise, you know, it's a pretty interesting month. A lot happening. 2 Zen games, 2 Zachariah Deluxe games, Jurassic Park music update, and the IFPA ranking. So, you know, pretty good month for AtGames in terms of software releases.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Anything else?
The AtGames Legends Ultimate 4K dropped the ball. You wanted to talk about that?
I already made a video about that, Mike, but go ahead. Tell everyone how AtGames dropped the ball.
I don't know. They just did a post, and it looks like they're releasing the Legends Ultimate 4K, but they're not making the changes for the Killer Instinct they made earlier. They showed a pretty generic, you know, panel in the teaser. So that's kind of the news.
Yeah. Steven, from your own experience, if AtGames was going to come out with this North American shaped arcade machine for Killer Instinct, but then decided to scrap it to go with the swan shaped design that they already use, what do you think would drive a company to do that? Do you think it's going to help them save on costs, etc., tooling? What do you think, buddy?
I don't know. Unless they're literally using the same form factor as their previous machine, it's not going to save them any money on tooling because they would have to create the new tools for the new shape either way. I didn't know. I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now. So if AtGames is saying that they're doing 2 versions of they're doing one, and they decided to use a shitty design.
No, well, the shit. A lot of people thought the design I helped with was shitty, but it looks like they're going with the same form factor as the original Legends Ultimate for their Legends Ultimate 4K.
Oh, with like the swan neck?
Yeah.
I see. I think that's a mistake.
I do too.
That's my perspective. I think that was I think that's a mistake. That's not it's not I don't think there's anybody who looks at that machine and says, I wish I had more arcade machines that look like that.
I know.
And it's not supposed I'm not trying to like bash it or anything, but the reality is that they should have gone with a more boxy, tough looking design. So that's super unfortunate. But I mean, they've got their own internal teams that does their research and figure stuff out. That just seems like it's I don't know, that doesn't really make sense. They had mock-ups of like a much better looking machine, and even though it wasn't perfect, it was certainly better than this design. So I guess that sucks, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know the answer. I mean, there's a lot of people that want to, tell these companies everything they do is great, and I fought to get them to change the design.
Confirm, they're not doing this.
We don't know. P-Dubs, can you show them the teaser image? Do you have that available?
No, it's confirmed, Mike. They're not doing it. They're doing...
Oh, it's confirmed.
Yeah. Let me grab it. Let me see if I can find it here.
I didn't know this. This is really sad then. I thought it was still...
No, this is it. According to current and former AtGames employees, they've scrapped the side panels and shape that was on the Killer Instinct, and they're just going to reuse the same swan design. So,
Okay.
Oh,
so
well,
then
that's
don't
fine.
go
Well,
blame don't go blaming me. Blame the people that work for you for saying this stuff publicly. So go ahead, man.
Okay, so then if this is the case, if they are using that design, looks like this design,
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
like 100%. So I think they're reusing the same, like then it's a cost saving measure. That's all 100% what it is.
Yep.
So that's not great, but I mean it is what it is. It's not a terrible
what it
machine, but
is.
it's just not what people want. And I mean they've had people telling them this feedback for 5 years, right? Like as long as they've had their products out, people have been saying we want something that looks more boxy. So I don't know what to say about that. Unless I see an actual image of the product, we don't know for sure. But I would say that'd be very disappointing if that was the decision they ended up doing.
Yeah, so we've got some people in the chat that do have some connections at AtGames saying news to them. So hopefully it's not confirmed, because I really like the new
Hopefully
shape.
it's hearsay.
Yeah, I really like the new
was
shape.
I was looking forward to the newer shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Not me. I love this swan shape.
another-
and I hope that they stay with it.
another swan shaped design like that just doesn't excite me.
Well, I got a question for Mike and Peter. So you would buy this over the SE?
The
No.
Arcade1Up SE, the shitty edition?
No. Mike will buy the Arcade1Ups.
I'm not buying any
all day, every day.
Arcade1Ups. Do you know how much Arcade1Ups cost in Canada now for like
Yeah.
the basicest of shit? $750.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not buying any Arcade1Ups.
Yeah. Well,
And the cost
No.
of olive oil is coming down, so there's no reason why the cost of Arcade1Up shouldn't come down too.
Olive oil's down. Ooh.
Olive oil's down. That's what I'm saying, man.
yeah. Well, either way, we'll have to see what happens. Anything can happen between now and launch day, but still, it's I've noticed we took a poll in our Super Game Room Dudes Facebook group, and not very many people were excited about a 4K arcade machine. And maybe it's because we just don't have all the details yet.
It's like a 4K TV. It's still not a whole lot of content for 4K. So I don't know. What
Yeah.
how you get.
Well, we've been saying that for a while. Like, why do you pick this up? Like, are they going to be able to emulate more? Is there going to be a community behind it that is making OTG successful, coming up with builds and putting new games and putting the new rock chip to the test to put new games on it? A lot of unanswered questions. But like, I'm not going to buy this to play fucking what is it?
Bad dudes. Bad dudes.
No, not
Double
Bad Dudes. Bad Dudes is a good
Double
game.
Dragon.
What's that one? Oh Jesus, I always make fun of it. Edward Randy. I'm not buying a 4K pinball to play Edward Randy in 4K. Mainly the reason for 4K on this is to play pinball. So, I don't know how much value this is going to bring to the arcade side of things.
Yeah. True, Neo Severa, but keep in mind there were, despite the success of the Legends Ultimate, there are a lot of people. Think about it, Mike, over the years, who never bought one because they hated the way it looked.
Oh yeah,
right?
and that's the sentiment I brought forward.
And I understand you want to have something dedicated to your brand. This was a great comment. I didn't mean to take it down. This was a great comment. You want to be distinctive to your brand. Totally get that. But also, if you can only milk your current customer base so much, you gotta do something new to get new people in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't think that's the case, though, guys. I don't think that somebody who's not familiar with the AtGames brand at a glance would look at the ALU and be like, that's AtGames. I think people would recognize it as an arcade machine, but I don't think AtGames,
Right.
this is not a brand play. Like, AtGames is not in the business to promote their brand. They're in the business to sell their product. And
But
they
a
want
lot of people,
product
a
that
lot of people didn't buy
love.
them. And guys, we've seen the feedback on our YouTube videos, Facebook groups, Reddit. We've seen it for years. People saying, "I'm not buying a Legends Ultimate because they don't like the way it looks."
Yeah. Now I will give them all the credit in the world because they did quite the glow up on the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K compared to the original ALP.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
That's a
Absolutely.
much better looking machine, much more ergonomically friendly. To me,
Yeah.
like that is a absolute slam dunk in the right direction in terms of shape and size and everything. So I hope they do the exact same thing with the LU 4K.
I would like to see that too. That's my point. Like, I think it's disappointing to think that with the success and how well received the new design for the ALP 4K is, why you wouldn't want to recreate that with a new design on the ALU 4K.
Yeah, like AtGames, you took the feedback that the original ALP HD didn't feel enough like a traditional pinball machine, so you fixed it. So now take the feedback that your ALU doesn't feel enough like a traditional ALU and make like a traditional arcade machine and make it one.
Yep.
Well, it is. I guess we don't know. I don't know what's been confirmed, what's not confirmed. You guys showed me a couple screenshots, so I'll hope they make
Carl
some
told
different
me
decisions. But
Carl Detroit Love told me.
no, then it must be confirmed. That's it.
Yeah,
it's done.
All right, guys, we have hit our time limit for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Super Game Room, dudes. Man, this was a long show, but big shout out to B Kong for giving us that extended look at the expo of Wonderland Pinball. Make sure you give us your thoughts, feedback, reactions below. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. Thank you for subscribing. Carl, whenever you're ready, send them on their way.
And guys, thank you for tuning in to the Friday Fun House. We appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
If you stick around, you'll be automatically sent over to Galga Guy 88's channel. Have a good weekend, everybody.